Okay, I'm recording to the cloud now. Okay. Hi, this is Mr. Hun, coding class with Mr. Hun, and I'm with my student,
Tanay.
Tanay. And today is Thursday, July 16th, 2020. And today, Tanay is going to show us, he's going to code a simple for loop and a simple while loop all by himself without any prompting from me. So when you're ready, start sharing your screen and start doing that, okay? Today we'll code a simple for loop and a simple while loop in the Python 3. Very simple. Okay, so you already know how to do it. Let's make it a little bit more interesting. How do we get the for loop and the while loop to output, I want it to output multiples of 3. So let's go up to 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Let's do that. Let's go to 3, 6, 9. So how would you do that?
First, you have to make the normal.
First, start off with the simple for loop and while loop. Start off with the simple for loop and while loop. And so it's only got how many numbers is it going to print? Is it going to output? 3, 9, 12, 15. So how many numbers is that? 3, 6, 9, 15. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. I'm sorry. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So how many numbers is that?
5.
Okay. Okay, why is there a space there? Okay. I don't think you need a conditional. I don't know. Let's start with a simple for loop. Simple for loop that prints 6 numbers. Let's just start with that, okay?
That prints 6?
Yeah, it's going to print, 5, I'm sorry. It'll just print the 5 numbers. No, I'm sorry. It's just print 5 numbers. So let's just make a simple, no. It's just 3, look, it's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So it's just only 5 numbers.
I know. That's why I put a 6, because it'll stop at 5 numbers and not stop at 6 numbers.
No. That's not how our for loop works. Range 5 means it's going to loop 5 times. Range 6 means it's going to loop 6 times. Okay? If you practice coding the for loop and while loop, it should be obvious. That's what happens. Okay, so let's just do, what do we need to do? Simple for loop. So what do we want the simple for loop to do?
We want it to print 3, 6, 9.
No, forget that. How many numbers do we want it to, how many times do we want it to loop?
5.
Okay, so let's just get it to loop 5 times. So what do we need to do to know it looped 5 times? We need to see something come out, right?
Print.
Okay, so let's run that, and then how many numbers do we get? Right, how many numbers do we get?
5.
5, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so how do we get it to print 3? So when it's 0, when x is 0, how do we get it to print 3? When x is 1, how do we get it to print 6.
Print
So what do we need to do to x so that we get 3, 6, 9, 12, 15? No, no, we wouldn't do that there. What did we do Tuesday? What did we do Tuesday? It's the same thing we did Tuesday. What did I ask you to do Tuesday?
You asked me to do. Yeah.
But we don't need that now. We don't need that. That was only if we wanted to print fizz buzz or fizz buzz. We don't need a conditional now. We just wanted to print 3, 6, 9, 12, 15.
3,
How do we do that? What did we do in the loop, inside the loop?
We did.
Okay, get rid of the +1. That doesn't even make any sense. What did we do inside the loop? What do we need inside the loop?
We did if.
No. What else did we do? Forget the conditional. What else did we do?
What else?
First it was printing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
That is another
Okay.
variable.
How did we, right. Tanay, you have to review the code we did before, because I'm going to build upon that code, okay?
Why? I thought you weren't talking about why.
That doesn't make any sense. I don't know what that's supposed to be. When x is 0, how do we get it to print 3? What would make sense? When x is 0, first time it's going to be 0. What would we need to get it to print 3?
We needed to make it do +3.
Okay, so let's try that. But what's going to happen when x becomes 1?
It'll automatically turn to 3.
When x becomes 1, it's going to become, we're going to print out 4. Right?
+3 minus 1.
+3 minus 1?
Because you said it would print out 4.
Well, that doesn't make any sense, though. Okay, let's just stick with x plus 3. Let's see what happens. You need to fix that, Tanay. The code is wrong. That's wrong. Y equals x equals, no. Y equal, y equals x equals +3? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's try x. No. Tanay, I don't know why you need doing that. That doesn't make any sense. The x, you don't do anything to x. X is going to become 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. You don't do anything to x. What are we going to print out?
We want it to print.
We're going to print out x?
No.
No.
We want it to print 3, 6,
okay,
9.
which variable are we printing out here, though?
Y. We need to print out y.
Right. Otherwise, we're not going to get. Okay. So let's try x plus 3. Let's see what happens with that. Tanay, you need to practice your typing because you're taking really long to type. You should know how to type faster by now. Okay. Okay, so we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that what we wanted?
Nope.
No. Okay. So what do we need to do so that instead of getting 0, we get 1? And then what will we need to do that at 1 to get 3?
We need to do +2.
No, no.
You said what do we need to do to 1 to get 3?
Let's think about this. Look, we have 3, we have 6, 9, 12, 15. What is that sequence? How would you describe that sequence? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. What is that a sequence of?
It's a sequence of multiples of 3. So
Right.
So 3
So
times
what-
2, then it's 3.
So what do you need? What do you need to do with 3? X, if X starts at 0, we don't get the output we want. So what do we need to do with the X so that we get, so how do we get the number we want so we can get a multiple of 3?
We need to use multiplication, not addition.
Right, but when X becomes 0, the output is going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Yeah.
When we multiply 0 by 3, what do we get? We get 0. So what do we need to do the output so that we get a number, then we can, you said we need to multiply by 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what number do we need what do we need X to be first so that we don't end up with a 0? Today, it's the same thing we did Tuesday. I'm describing the same thing we did Tuesday.
I don't see how it's the same.
What was the output before? It was putting 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. But that's not the output we want because we need to start at 1, right?
It's not the output we want.
What were we doing Tuesday? We wanted to print 1, 2, fizz, 4, buzz, fizz, right? We wanted to replace the 3s with fizz, but the output was starting at 0. So we needed to shift the numbers, right? So how do we get the numbers to shift so that it doesn't output 0? Why don't you go back to the previous example?
Okay.
Because you have to remember the code you coded before. You have to understand what you did, okay? What you're telling me now is you didn't understand anything that you did, though.
We did 4x in a range, y equals x plus 1.
And why did you code y equals x plus 1? Why did you have to do that?
So that way the 0 won't come.
Right, because we're shifting all the numbers from 0 to 14 to 1 to 15, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's the same idea, right? We don't want 0, so we have to shift the numbers. Am I making any sense?
Yeah.
Okay, it's the same idea. If you're just coding, but you're not understanding what you're doing, then then you're just back to where to the previous coding school you were before, right? The previous coding school, all you did was you copied instructions, but you didn't understand what you were doing. Okay? The big difference between them and me is I want you to understand what you're doing, and if you don't understand what you're doing, then I need to go backwards. Okay? Am I making any sense?
Yep.
Okay. Did they teach you what a value, what a variable, what a for loop was? Did they teach you any of that?
No.
No. You're just copying instructions, okay? Okay, so what's the difference?
The difference is you actually like
No,
you
I mean the
actually
code here. What's the difference now in the
the
output?
difference is it's not 0 to 4, it's 1 to 5.
Okay. Okay. So if we want to shift, then we need to, if we want to shift it, then we need to, obviously we have to add that 1. So, okay. Okay. We don't have to add another line. Tanay, you don't have to add another line. It's very simple. What do we need to do so that when X is 1, I'm sorry, when Y is 1, right? It prints 3. When Y is 2, it prints 6, and on and on. What do we need to do? No. How's that? That doesn't make any sense. No,
What?
today I said we don't need to create another line. You don't
What?
need another line of code. What do we need to do so that when Y is 1, it prints 3. When Y is 2, it prints 6. You said it yourself before.
We need to do multiplication.
Okay, so where would we do that?
We'll do that after print Y.
No, you don't need to do that after. You don't need to add any lines. It's very simple. All you have to do is one multiplication. Where do we do that?
Here, since we can't add another line. So...
No. All you have to do is add a multiplication. Where would we do that? That's X. That's not multiplication.
Well, it's the multiplication
Star.
thing.
The star is the multiplication.
All right.
Star is multiplication.
Multiply by 3. Yes.
Okay. Okay, so how would we do that in the while loop? Delete this. And how would we do that for the while loop? No, delete it. Just delete that. Just get rid of it. Just delete the for loop and then write the while loop. How would the while loop be? Gesundheit.
Thank you.
How many times is it going to loop? If you make X 1, then how many times will this loop?
1 time.
1 time?
No. You make X 1 is another.
If you make X 1, that's fine. You could do that. If you make X equals to 1, then how many times is this going to loop? X is less than 5. So how many times is this going to loop?
X is less than 5.
That's what you typed. You said X is less while X is less than 5. So how many times will this loop?
4 times.
Okay, is that what you want? 4 times?
No, so we have to change it to 0.
Right. If you change the X, then you have to change. No, you can. That's fine. If you want to change, you can make X equal to 1. That's fine. But then if you don't change the condition, then you're not going to get 5 loops. So what do we need to do with the X? What do we need to do the condition so it loops 5 times?
Oh.
No, I said X equals 1 is fine. That's good. That's fine. You don't have to you can do that. Okay, right? You understand that, right?
Yep.
If you shift the X and start at 1 instead of 0, then you'll need to change the condition to get it to loop 5 times, right? You see, do you see that relationship?
Yeah.
Okay, it's okay to shift X, but then if you don't change the condition, you're not going to get the same output.
Then I think I just have to do the same thing.
But there's something missing, Tanay. I thought you said you practiced the loops. Don't you see something missing?
Yeah.
No, Tanay.
Yeah.
Line 2, there's something missing. What's missing?
Indentation.
No. No, that's indented correctly. Line 2, what is missing?
Colon.
Yes, colon, okay. And what's wrong with line 3? X equals X? X is X? No, that doesn't make any sense.
Indentation.
Right, indentation, okay.
Then
X equals X.
plus 1.
Okay, that's at the end. That goes at the end.
Oh.
That's fine. That goes at, no, that's fine. That goes at, no, that's fine. But you need to have something, what do we need to do in between? When you increment X, that happens at the end of the loop, not at the beginning of the loop.
Okay.
So what do we need to do so it prints 3, 6, 9, 12, 15?
Print X times 3. I'm pretty sure that's what you have to do. Print X times.
Type it out.
Okay.
What's with the space? Okay.
Whoa!
Well, what's missing today?
This.
What's missing? Today, what's missing? What's missing in your while loop?
The X. The what?
Why did you delete the 3? You deleted the 3. Why did you do that?
Oh, the Y variable. The Y variable.
No, you don't need a Y variable.
Oh.
You don't need a Y variable. You need a Y variable for the for loop. You don't need one here. But what's missing here? No, Tanay, why are you deleting everything?
I didn't do anything. What is this?
I don't know.
Well, press this button.
Okay. What is missing in the while loop? I thought you said you practiced, Tanay.
I did.
What is missing in the while loop?
The X equals X plus 1.
Right, the increment. You're not incrementing X. X never goes up. So the while loop never stops. That's where it goes? That's where it goes. I said 3 times. It goes at the end of the loop. At the end of the loop, not at the beginning of the loop.
X.
Tanay, you need to watch my videos again because you're not retaining any of the information, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's review again. Let's start from the back. Okay, so let's code a simple for loop and a simple while loop. Let's do that again. Delete everything. Simple for loop, simple while loop. But Tanay, you have to understand what it is you're coding, okay? Just getting the right answer is not good.
Okay.
I need to know that you actually understand what it is you're doing.
No
okay?
way.
So how many times is this for loop going to loop?
10 times.
Okay, 10 times.
Should I do it where there's
Just simple for loop. Just do a simple for loop. That's all. Just want a simple for loop.
print? No, wait.
Okay. So let's do a simple while loop.
Okay. Equal. Uh, okay.
So why do we need that line x equals x plus 1? Why is that necessary?
So that way the number keeps on going higher.
Okay, so when does this loop, when does the while loop, when does your while loop stop?
When
When does your while loop stop?
it stops when the number becomes 9.
Which, what, no, not number. Which, what do we call that?
Output.
No. What in the while loop causes the condition to be false? When what causes the condition to be false?
This part right here. Because it says while x
Right.
is
So
less than 10.
so when does the while loop stop?
It stops when it's no longer less than 10.
What is right? What is less, not less than 10?
It stops when x is no longer less than 10.
Okay. So another word to describe x is the counter.
Okay.
Okay? Because you start at 0 and then it starts counting up from 0, right? Okay. You can have a counter go down or you can have a counter go up. It doesn't matter. But you have to understand that that is the counter. Okay? In the for loop, there's no counter. The range function is generating, is accounting for you. Okay? So the function is counting. But here in the while loop, you have to explicitly code the counter, right? You see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's literally in every single line of the code. X.
Right. Every while loop has to have a counter. If there's no counter, then it just loops. Either it doesn't loop at all or it never stops looping. Okay? There are situations, you can stop the share now.
Okay. Gonna go over here and stop the train.
Okay, so there are situations where you want the program to keep looping, right? Like a video game, right? You don't want the video game to just stop, right?
Nope.
Your video is off today.
It is?
Yeah.
How about now?
Okay, so a video game, right? The only time you want the video game to stop is when you, the user, right?
Stops.
You, the user, the player says, okay, when you click exit, okay? So inside the loop, it'll check for that.
Okay.
Did the player hit exit. When it does that, then inside the loop, it breaks out of the loop. It stops the loop, okay?
It's like an if statement. If player one hits exit
Right.
stop loop or
So
something
that's
like
what we would call an event, okay?
that.
So
Okay.
there are situations where we want the loop to loop forever until, something causes it to stop, okay?
Okay.
So there are two situations, right? We want something to keep looping, and then another situation where we want the loop to stop at a specific condition, right?
Like an electronic book. It keeps on reading to you until you either want
Right,
to either
right,
you want it
right.
paused or the book finishes.
Well,
So
normally, so if you don't know what a tape recorder is, but when you have a tape recorder, when the tape ends, it stops playing.
mhm.
Okay. Unless you have some really special tape recorder can do something that's advanced. Okay. Okay. So what time is it now? Okay. 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 So let's. Okay. So. Okay. Where are we here? Okay. So. Okay. So. Okay, so let's start on functions. So what is a function?
A function is not a variable.
Not a
It's a
variable.
block of code that does one job.
Okay, a function is a block of code that does one job. Okay. Okay, okay? How do we define a function in Python? How do we define a function in Python?
How do you define it?
Yeah. So what do I need to do? I'm sharing my screen with you.
The def
So if
key,
I want to define a function, what do I need to type?
the def keyword def.
Okay. Do I type it like this?
No.
No. So how
Lowercase.
do I type it?
Lowercase.
Lowercase, okay. So what do I need after the def?
Def space then the function that you want to define.
Okay. So let's just call it, I'll call it my function, my func. Okay. And then what do I need after the function name?
After, I think you need a colon.
You sure?
No,
I think something's missing.
a colon. It goes at the end, but this isn't the end.
How does the Python interpreter know something is a function? What does it need to see?
It needs to see it do one job.
Right. But I'm saying so I have this, so I'm gonna have it print I am just gonna have it print something.
Function my
Is this gonna work?
Maybe.
No, it says I have a syntax error.
String
It says I have a syntax error.
Oh.
What's missing? What's missing here?
I think what's missing is
How does the Python interpreter know that something's a function? What does it need to see so that it knows it's a function?
it needs to.
What functions do you already know how to use in Python?
Well, I don't know if a list is a function or not.
List is not a function. Look, right in front of you. I'm using a function inside the function.
Print is a function?
Yeah, print is a function, yeah.
And what about looping?
How do we know, how does the Python interpreter know that print is the function? How does it know print is a function?
It knows that because well, I don't know how it
Let's
knows
look at
that.
print. Let's look at Tanay. Did you watch my video? I don't think you watched my video.
I did. I watched your
You did?
video.
Okay. Well, print. Okay, so we have print. Print is what? What is print? Print is the, what is this? What is this part?
It's print. The
So what is
print.
that?
Oh, it's a print function.
Right.
It's a print function.
So what do we have after print?
After print, you have a bracket and then
No, it's not a bracket, it's parentheses. We call that parentheses, not brackets. These are brackets, okay? These are brackets, okay? These are brackets, okay? These are parentheses, okay? So print, we have the name of the function, and then what do we have after it?
You have parentheses.
Okay, so you have your function here, then what should come after the function name?
Then what should come after the function name?
My underscore func. So what should come after the function name? How does the Python interpreter know that my underscore func is supposed to be a function?
An actual function goes.
How does it know that? How does the Python interpreter know that print is a function?
It knows print is a function because.
What's missing between your function and then print? What's missing here? Is this how I print? I do this, I just do print?
No, parentheses.
Okay, I need parentheses, right? So what's missing with your function here? What's missing here?
Not inside parentheses.
I'm sorry?
It's not inside of parentheses.
You're saying this has to be inside of parentheses?
No, there has to be parentheses after it.
Okay, it has to have parentheses after it, right? So if you have we have the keyword, def keyword, then we have the function name, and then what comes after the function name?
Parentheses.
Parentheses, and then we have the
colon.
And then once after the colon, what do we need to code?
After the colon.
What is a function?
The function.
What is a function? You just said it.
Oh, it's a block of code that does one job.
So what comes after the function header? What comes after this?
Well, it's job.
Well, what is this? So what is this here?
That's
you just said it.
It's to do.
It's a what?
It's its job.
Okay, but what? Okay, but what is this specifically?
It's.
You just said it. You said it. A function is a what?
A function is a block of code that does one job. So that.
So what is this thing here?
It's the block of code.
Right. Okay, it's the block of code. Okay. So how do I call the function myfunc? How do I call it?
What do you mean? How do you call it?
How do I get to do anything? I just defined the function, but it's not doing. Yeah. Look, I run the code. Nothing happens though.
You do. Nothing
happened.
My underscore func. My underscore func. My underscore func.
Okay, so I type my underscore func. That's it?
3 times.
I do this 3 times?
But then you put something after it. I think
What's missing?
Parentheses and colon.
Parentheses and the colon?
No, just a parentheses.
Okay, just a parentheses. Okay. You okay, Tanay?
Yeah.
You're not getting sick, are you? So what kind of output am I going to get? What is the output of this code?
I am function myfunc.
1 time?
No, it's gonna print it 3 times, I think.
You think? I don't want a coder who just thinks. You should know.
Okay.
Okay. So how many times did it print the I am function myfunc?
3 times.
3 times. Why did it do it 3 times?
Because you put myfunc 3 times.
Because I called the function 3 times, right?
Master Hun.
Yes.
Can I go wash my hands?
Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's finish up here. Okay. Okay, let's I'll just have you type the answer and okay. So you got part A and B and E correct. So we just need to you just need to do C and D. Okay?
What part
How,
C and D of what?
well, I'm gonna tell you, okay?
Oh.
How do we pass information to a function? Okay? So take the function that I already have, right? So I have this function called def my underscore func, right?
Master,
Yeah, I'm sorry?
you forgot to share your screen.
No, I'm just typing in the chat.
Oh.
Okay. Def my underscore func parentheses colon, right?
Okay.
So what do I need to do so I want to pass, what do I need to do with that function header? Because I want to pass a name to the function. So I wanted to print a name plus a message. So what do I need to do to the function header so that it can accept information? So type in the answer, okay?
Wait. What do we need to do to the function header so we can
So I want to pass information to the function, right? That's one of the things we need the function to be able to do, right? Accept input, right?
accept in
Right?
okay.
Okay. So what do we need to do the function header?
I think you need to I don't really know.
Today, it was in the video. Did you watch the video?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So the video talked about parameters and arguments.
Parameters and arguments.
Okay. So what do we need to do the function header so that it can accept information? What do we need to put into the function header? How does the print function work?
We need to put
we print, we have parentheses, but what do we need to tell print so it prints things?
We need to put in a parentheses for
right.
We also need to give it an output.
We have to give it information, right?
Yeah.
We wanted to print something, then we have to tell it what to print.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have this function header.
Print
Def my underscore func. We have the parentheses and the colon, right? I'm sorry, change the name there. Def my underscore func. What do we need so that the function can accept information? Right now, can it accept any information?
No.
No, it can't. So what does it need?
It can't accept information.
So what do we need to do the function header so that if you watch my video, it's obvious?
I did watch your video. What do we need to do?
So we have the function header. What do we need to add to the function header so that it can accept information?
Parameter, I think. We need to add.
I'm sorry?
I think we need to add a parameter.
Okay, so then type it in. How would we do that? Type in the answer then. Right, you're right. We need to add a parameter. So how do we do that?
I don't remember you explaining in the video how to type a parameter.
Today I did.
You did?
Look at print, right? We have the parentheses, right? So when we print, we have to put something inside, like yes, right?
I got it.
But how do we code it? How do we code my func so that it accepts information? You said it needs a parameter. So what is a parameter?
I think I'm gonna type it in. Okay, so underscore. And then that. No, that's not how you do it. Master Han, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, I couldn't hear you.
Okay, but high is a argument. That's not a parameter. What's the difference between an argument and a parameter?
The difference, well, an
When I do
argument,
print and then I do
an
yes,
argument.
the yes string, that's an argument. That's not a parameter. Okay?
Mhm. So like
So what's another word for parameter? Or what's another word for argument?
addition, subtraction, like kind of like that.
No, no, no.
Like it's not a different word for it.
What is another word to describe? So if you're a function, right?
Uh-huh.
And I give you information, right?
Okay.
What do you need to have inside of your black box, right? If I give you information, where do you need to do with that information? Where do you put that information?
Well, you put in kind of like a variable.
Right.
A variable.
So if I give you the number 5,
Mhm.
number 5 is not the variable. It's the
No.
value, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the number 5 is the argument.
Yeah.
So what is the parameter?
The parameter is
If number 5 is the argument, then what is the parameter? Inside of you're the function. You're in function. Okay? I give you a number, I give you an integer, and then you take that integer and you add 10 to it. Okay?
okay.
You're the add 10 function.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, tonight we ran out of time. Okay, so we're gonna have to continue next Tuesday. Okay? Today, when you watch my videos, you have to actually understand what it is you're watching. If you don't understand, then you need to ask me. I don't understand it. This doesn't make any sense to me. Okay? Today, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay? The problem with the place you went before, right? No one asked any questions. They just wanted you to follow instructions. Okay? Right? But you made stuff, right? But you had no idea what you were doing, right?
Yeah.
So why did your mother find me?
So that way I could actually learn how to code.
You would actually understand what it is you're doing, okay? Okay. Okay, so you're gonna get your looping badge, but so we'll next week. We'll continue on function. So you have A and B and E correct. So I need you to work on C and D. Okay. So
Okay.
C and D is. So C and D. Okay, wait a minute. Sorry. So I'm going to share my screen. So C and D is how do we pass information how do we pass information to a function? You see
Okay.
that? C and D, right? How do
Mhm.
we pass information, arguments to a function, okay? So remember, arguments are the values, okay? The parameter is the what inside the function.
Mhm.
I'm asking you, what is the parameter inside the function? What's another word to call that?
Another word to call it is like a
You
variable.
said it before. What?
Variable.
I'm sorry?
A variable.
Variable, right. So, okay. Watch my videos again, okay?
Okay.
How do we get a function to return output? How do we get it to return something? Okay?
Okay.
Okay, A, B, and C, A, B, and E, you got. So C and D, that's what we need to work on next week, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and your looping badge, you got your looping badge today? You still do your looping badge today, and then and next week we'll finish up on your function, okay? But watch the video, pay attention to the video, and understand how does parameters work in functions, and how do you get a function to return a value, okay?
Okay.
Okay? Okay. So Addie should be showing up in a bit. Okay. So you know what your homework is, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So I'll see you next Tuesday and Thursday, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Take care. Be safe.
Bye.